The more stuff you own, the more your stuff owns you. Says minimalist quote, one of the core philosophy of minimalism tell, sooner you realize, the better your life gets that possessions don't equal happiness. According to the philosophy of minimalism, our excessive possessions are not making us happy. Even worse, they are taking us away from the things that do. Once we let go of the things that don't matter, we are free to pursue all the things that really do matter. This is a message desperately needed in a society that is heavily motivated by the possibility of owning large amounts of stuff. And I believe it is a message that will bring you new life and greater joy. Will Rogers once said, "Too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like." His analysis is truer today than when he first uttered it. Today, most of the developed world consume twice as many material goods as did 50 years ago. In last 30 years, the size of the average home has nearly tripled, and today, that average home contains about 300,000 items. On average, our homes contain more televisions and mobile phone than people. Today, due to clutter, 25% of people with 2-car garages don't have room to park cars inside, and another 32% have room for only one vehicle. No wonder we have a personal debt problem. You don't need statistics and surveys to help you recognize that you very likely own too much stuff. You can see it as you walk through your house every day. Our living space has become filled with possessions of every kind. Our floor space is crowded, closets are stuffed, and drawers are overflowing. Even our freezer can't hold all the food we want to put in it. And there never seems to be enough cabinet space. Although you probably most of the stuff you own, I suspect that nevertheless, you have a sense that it's just too much, and you want to do something about it. Today in this video, we will understand the philosophy of minimalism that says, the more is less, and know what are the misconceptions regarding minimalism, how organizing is better, but minimizing stuff is far better, and how to know if you have reached the right level of accumulation. The payoff of minimalism isn't just a clean house. It's a more satisfying, more meaningful life. Living with less offers more time to spend on meaningful activities, more freedom to travel, more clarity in our spiritual pursuits, increased mental capacity to solve our most heartfelt problems, healthier finances to support causes we believe in, and greater flexibility to pursue the careers we most desire. Wisdom of ages agree. Subtracting unneeded stuff multiplies opportunities to pursue things we care about. The result is exponential growth in personal satisfaction. Maybe the life you've always wanted is buried under everything you own. What do you think of when you hear the word minimalism? Minimalism is all about freedom, of peace, and of joy. It's about space that has been opened up to make room for new possibilities. It's truly good riddance because it clears away obstacles to the lives we want to live. Philosophy of Minimalism says, minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of anything that distracts us from them. The beauty of minimalism isn't in what it takes away. The beauty and the full potential of minimalism lie in what it gives. With that perspective firmly in mind, let us try to clear up 2 common misconceptions about minimalism. Misconception 1. Minimalism is about giving up everything. Some people seem to think that minimizing means throwing out everything, or at any rate, almost everything. That's not the case at all. Rather, minimalism is about living with less, and less is not the same as none. Dwayne Elgin, who is often credited with bringing the phrase voluntary simplicity talk about, rational minimalism or strategic minimalism, which don't advocate getting rid of everything humanly possible. Instead, it encourages people to get rid of what isn't necessary so they can better pursue their goals in life. Misconception 2. Minimalism is about organizing your stuff. No doubt, organizing has its place, but it's not the same as minimizing. Think about it. Organizing our stuff without removing the excess is only a temporary solution. We have to repeat it over and over. Minimalist Courtney Carver puts it, "If organizing your stuff worked, wouldn't you be done by now?" At its heart, organizing is simply rearranging. And though we may find storage solutions today, we will be forced to find new ones as early as tomorrow. Additionally, organizing our stuff without removing it has some major shortcomings, such as organizing doesn't solve our debt problems, organizing doesn't force us to evaluate our lives, organizing doesn't turn back our desire for more. By contrast, the act of removing possessions from our homes accomplishes many of these skipped over purposes. It changes our hearts and changes our lives. Furthermore, it is a permanent solution, not a temporary one we have to repeat. Once we have removed an item, it is gone for good. Organizing is better than nothing, but minimizing is better by far. Wisdom of the sages agree. Finding the life we want isn't about giving up everything, nor is it about holding on to everything and just trying to organize it better. Instead, it's about reducing the number of our possessions to a level that sets us free. Annette Gartland is an Irish freelance journalist. She spends most of her time in Malaysia, travels frequently to Australia and Indonesia, goes to India when she can, visits Ireland and France once a year, and has plenty of other countries on her itinerary for the future. According to Annette, it is minimalism that enables her to do all this. Annette has no permanent home and no car. She's been a web-working nomad since January 2013, when she decided to leave France. She calls herself an ANYWHEREIST, she says. Being minimalist doesn't mean giving everything away. It means only having things that we really need. And clearing is a process. It definitely takes time. She says, and I quote, "I see friends whose time and money are eaten up dealing with huge houses and gardens and managing their expensive lifestyles. And I am happy that I can focus on writing what I want to write. I also love being able to go wherever I like at the drop of a hat." End quote. Regardless of what misconceptions you may have originally brought to the idea of minimalism, now you know the truth. Minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of anything that distracts us from them. It's for everyone who wants more out of less. The universal benefits of minimalism. There is more joy to be found in owning less than can ever be found in pursuing more. In a world that constantly tells us to buy more and more, we often lose sight of that. But consider the life-giving benefits. You can expect a payoff in every one of the following areas if you practice the principles of minimalism taught in the More of Less. More time and energy. Whether we are making the money to buy them, researching and purchasing them, cleaning and organizing them, repairing them, replacing them, or selling them, our possessions consume our time and energy. So the fewer things we have, the more of our time and energy we'll have left to devote to other pursuits that matter more to us. More money. It's simple enough. By buying fewer things, we spend less money, not just to acquire things in the first place, but also to manage and maintain our goods. Maybe your path to financial freedom comes not from earning more, but from owning less. More freedom. Excess possessions have the power to enslave us physically, psychologically, and financially. Stuff is cumbersome and difficult to transport. It weighs on the spirit and makes us feel heavy. On the other hand, every time we remove an unnecessary item, we gain back a little freedom. Higher quality belongings. The less money you spend on an excess quantity of things, the greater your opportunity to purchase quality possessions when you need them. Minimalism is not necessarily the same as frugality. It is a philosophy recognizing that owning more stuff is not better. Owning better stuff is better. Quantity of things. The greater your opportunity to purchase quality possessions when you need them. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. Thanks for watching.